And welcome back to the Clark softball field on the campus of Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. Game number 2 of today's doubleheader action. Sal Lopez on the call today on the Newmax Sports Network. Amber Arcand gets the start on the mound for Wheaton College in Game 2 action. Sarah Moore, the leadoff batter for Babson. She is the junior right fielder from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Takes the second pitch during her leadoff at bat for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to count. Moore is coming off back-to-back first-team all-conference selection honors in 2022 and 2023. She went a perfect 3 for 3 in the first game today. Moore drives it to center field, caught for the outs by DeBecco for 1 down for Wheaton's defense. That's the first time that Sarah Moore has got put out today. That was her 3rd game in Game 1 this season that she has been perfect at the plate. Now up second in the order, Michaela Russell, the grad student, playing third base from Boston, Massachusetts. Takes the first pitch in the zone for strike one. Wheaton took Game 1 earlier this afternoon. 5-4 the final score. 2 RBI doubles by Jillian Rohan and Julia Zito. They came back twice to win the game. Pop fly, left side goes foul. Wheaton trailed early 2-0 at the start of the second inning. They were down, and then they were trailing once again 4-2 in the fourth inning. Came back and won 5-4 in Game 1 this afternoon. This pitch gets driven on a line to right field for the first hit of the game by Michaela Russell, the grad student from Boston, Massachusetts. 78th all-time meeting this afternoon between Wheaton College and Babson College. Wheaton leads the all-time series with 50 victories and 27 losses dating back to 1987. Babson has won the previous 7 out of 10 games since 2018. Runner goes. Throw down to second, not in time, and that's a stolen base by Michaela Russell. First pitch taken to the zone for strike one by Emily Walsh. Walsh is in their first season playing left field today from Flemington, New Jersey, batting .333 with a .405 on-base percentage entering this weekend. A 1 pitch to Walsh. Lays off of it for ball 1. On the mound, Amber Arcand recording the start today for Wheaton. The sophomore pitcher from Millville, Massachusetts, making her 9th appearance on the mound this season. 5th start, 30 innings pitched with a 1-3 record, 4.43 earned run average. Misses high to Walsh. The count now is 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 complete games by Arcand with 1 shutout and 1 save, which ranks at the top of the NEWMAC in total saves so far this season, 70th in the nation in total saves. 2-1, missing high by Arcand. It's now 3 balls, 1 strike. Arcand came into today's game with 12 strikeouts and 11 walks allowed. Her last game she pitched was 2 innings with a strikeout, 2 walks allowed. She allowed 6 runs in the 11-2 loss on the road at Johnson, Wales on April 2nd. In the strike zone to Walsh as Arcand's able to battle back. It's now full. Arcand recorded a season-high 4 strikeouts with a complete game pitched against UMass Dartmouth on March 22nd. Her lone win of the season came in a 2-hit shutout. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As she records her first batter retired via a strikeout today by Amber Arcand on the mound. Her lone win came in a 2-hit shutout, 3 strikeouts, 0 walks, and a 4-0 victory over Catholic University on spring break on March 10th. Career high 7 strikeouts against Emerson in 2023. This pitch gets driven off the bat of Charlotte Raymond, deep left field. It's caught, though, for the outs by Zito, the left fielder. 1 runner left stranded for the Beavers as we enter now the bottom half of the first inning. Wheaton, their bats to lead off with Zito, Molinari, and Barry. 1-2-3 order to begin Game 2 of action as we're scoreless to the top of the first, 0-0 in Game 2 versus Babson and Wheaton. Julia Zito will be the leadoff batter for Wheaton as the wind once again is picked up. Drizzle right now, and hoping that it stays off because during the last broadcast, the equipment got wet and took us some technical difficulties, missing a couple innings to get back. So hopefully it's going to lay off here with the showers around the area. Zito takes the first pitch towards the right side foul. Home plate umpire called time, went over to Wheaton's head coach with Aaron Miller discussing the game balls right now, but was back behind home plate. We'll play on. Maura O'Reilly gets the start for Babson on the mound, the senior pitcher from Columbus, Ohio. Left-hander, 2023-2022 NUMAC Pitcher of the Year. This ball sliced right side off the bat of Zito, foul. Back-to-back first-team all-conference selection honors in 2022 and 2023 for Maura O'Reilly. Also named an NFCA first-team all-region selection in the previous 2 seasons as well, along being named 2022 NCAA Tournament SUNY Geneseo Regional All-Tournament Team selection during Babson's last NCAA tournament. Missing high in the pitch by O'Reilly. The count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zito. Zito had 2 hits. She had a hit with 2 RBIs in the last game for Zito, looking to stay red hot. She was excellent in a sweep over Clark on Sunday. 1-2, Zito cranks it. Deep left center field, drifting back to the fence. It is caught, though, right in front of the warning track for the out by Cassidy Musco, the center fielder for the first out of the inning for Babson. O'Reilly recently was named to the 2024 NFCA Pitcher of the Year watch list last week. This brings up Ella Molinari to the plate. She's in her first season, playing second base today. Ground ball left side in the infield. The throw across the diamond. The putout recorded for Babson by Hadja Penitis. 2 outs now for the Babson defense. O'Reilly making her 14th appearance this season. 12 start in the mound, leading the NUMAC in pitching appearances and starts. 80 innings pitched, 2.36 earned run average. 5th in the NUMAC in earned run average this season with a 6-7 record. First pitch gets tagged off the bat of Taylor Barry for strike 1. Taylor Barry having a great season in her first year from Hadley, Massachusetts in the designated player spot today. She's batting .452 for her batting average, .478 on base percentage. 19 hits with 4 doubles, a triple, 11 RBIs, 2 walks drawn, and 10 runs scored entering today's doubleheader. Sees the pitch upstairs, takes it for ball 1. Barry leads the team in batting average and on-base percentage for players who have batted with a minimum of 35 at-bats this season. She's tallied 11 games with at least a hit. 1-1 pitch to Barry. Leaves it down and away. Takes it for ball 2. Taylor Barry batted a career high 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and RBI. 2 runs scored against Bridgewater State on March 26th. She had her 9-game hitting streak last week snapped in Game 2 last Sunday against Clark. Looking to get that hitting streak back in order once again here. 2-1 as Barry takes it back foul for strike 2. Barry was named NUMAC Softball Athlete of the Week. That was back in late March. She batted an impressive 10 for 14, posting a .714 batting average with 4 doubles, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored, and a pair of stolen bases in a 3-0 week with wins over Bridgewater State and the sweep in the conference opener over Salve Regina. Barry right on O'Reilly, the pitcher, sends it back foul once again, stays alive with the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Reilly throwing the heat early on. 7 games this season that she's recorded double-digit strikeouts, career high. 10 innings pitched with a season high 18 strikeouts against Gettysburg. Back on spring break. Missing down. The count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. O'Reilly this season is averaging a 4.92 strikeout to walk ratio. That's 3rd in the NUMAC, 90th in the nation. Big pitch upcoming. 2 outs with the count full. 3-2 to Barry, the batter. Tags it back, foul. The home plate umpire rolled it foul. Barry was going over to first right there. Thought that it hit her knuckles, but that's considered part of the bat, so the home plate umpire calls her back. (3-2) once again the counts. Wheaton's coming off a Game 1 victory, 5-4, to come from behind victory over Babson in Game 1. O'Reilly, the 3-2 pitch to Barry. Missing down this ball 4. Hard fought walk right there by Taylor. Barry, the batters. She is on base on first. This will bring up Lindsay Oliveira to the plate. Oliveira, the senior shortstop from Westport, Massachusetts, named the second-team all-conference selection last season in the NUMAC. Comes into this game batting a .299 batting average. Fishes at the first pitch, goes upstairs. She swings and misses for strike 1. Barry steals the base in the wild pitch. That's not Oliveira's pitch right there, just going at one. Helmet level at the top of the zone. 13 games with at least a hit this season, 5 multi-hit games for Oliveira. O'Reilly ahead in the count now, 0-1. Oliveira sends it back foul as O'Reilly gets quick up in the early in the count here to Oliveira. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Lindsay Oliveira batted 6 for 8 combined with 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base, a 2-game series against Smith College back in 2023. Once again, rain started to come down. Light showers drizzle here at Clark Field. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Oliveira. Sky-high fly ball goes back foul. Oliveira with a home run this season, 18 RBIs, which is at the top of the NUMAC currently in total RBIs this season. O'Reilly, 0-2 pitch to Oliveira. Down and away, takes it for ball 1. Maura O'Reilly picked up the 2 victories in the 3 meetings last season on the mound. She combined to pitch 14 innings, recording 16 strikeouts. Retiring Wheaton batters last season in a double. 2 games out of 3 that Babson took on Wheaton. She pitched in the second game of the doubleheader last season and also pitched against Wheaton in the NUMAC Tournament Conference game on May 6th. 1-2 to Oliveira. Oliveira keeps on staying alive. Another piece, she gets foul. Lindsay Oliveira keeps on battling. 1-2 the pitch. Sky-high fly ball right side, foul territory, caught for the outs by Raymond at first base for Babson. Scoreless to the first inning in the books here at the Clark softball field in game number 2 of action at today's doubleheader between the Wheaton and Babson as we enter now the top of the second inning coming up on the NUMAC Sports Network. Five, 6, 7 batters due up at the top of the second inning for Babson. This brings up Cassidy Musco, now up the grad student center fielder for Walpole, Massachusetts, a transfer from Bates College. Scored a bunt. Pulled it back, though, for ball one. Musco is hitting .262 for her batting average, .297 on base percentage, 16 hits with 6 RBIs and 3 walks drawn. The bunt goes backwards, foul. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike to Musco. Musco with 9 stolen bases. This is a excellent stealing team. With stealing bases this season, the top team in stolen bases, and the NUMAC entered this matchup with 59 total. Swing of the miss, strike 2 to Musco, delivered on the pitch by Arcans. This is Arcan's first conference game that she has pitched this month. Fly ball off the bat of Musco, left side, it goes foul. Musco has 4 multi-hit games this season. Season high 3 for 3 batting against Bethel University of Minnesota on March 9th. Musco tags it back foul to stay alive. Babson so far this season is 2-5 in the NUMAC. They split the opening conference series against Coast Guard, winning 4-1 at home. Lost against Coast Guard 4-3 on March 30th. They got swept by Springfield 9-1 and 5-2. Swing the miss, strike 3. Arcan records our second strikeout on the mound today. Then Babson split the series last weekend against number 25 ranked MIT, winning at home for Babson in Game 2, 4-0. Babson lost in Game 1 against MIT, 11-0. This is Sophia Pack, who's now up. She takes the first pitch in the zone for strike 1. Pack is a sophomore in the outfield today from New Rochelle, New York. Pack's at the designated player spot. Correction on that. Listed as an outfielder on the roster. Pack takes it foul towards Wheaton's dugouts now. No balls, 2 strikes. Pack with a hit this season in 11. She's got a hit against the University of Chicago and also DePaul University of Indiana this season. So 22 at-bats with 2 coming into this game with 18 at-bats for Pack this season. Also a hit against McDaniel College of Maryland. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pack. Leaves it down. It's now 2-2. The counts. Wheaton's undefeated so far in the NUMAC, sweeping Salve Regina 5-1 and 10-8 in extra innings and 8 innings on March 30th in that 10-8 victory. Pack drifts it back, foul off the bat, stays alive, 2-2. Wheaton last weekend won here against Smith College 8-0 in 5 innings and 6-1 on April 5th. And then last Sunday they swept Clark 3-0 and 5-2. Those were designated home games for Clark. Moved to Wheaton College last Sunday, but Clark was the designated home team, and Wheaton had their at-bats first last Sunday. And then Wheaton won today, game number 1, 5-4. To come from behind victory, they trailed 2-0 to the second inning and 4-2 to the fourth inning. Pop fly off the bat, a Pack foul, stays alive, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Excellent start for the Lions this season, 7-0 in the NUMAC. Sole position of first place in the conference. 2-2. Missing upstairs. For Babson, they're coming off an NCAA tournament appearance 2 years ago, which they tied a program best 38 wins in 2022. 38-10 overall record, program best 16-2 in the NUMAC from 2022. Missing high by Arcan, that's ball 4. So a hard-fought battle at the plate awards Sophia Pack with a walk, as she is on board on first here with 1 out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Athena Hajapanitis.
And this brings up Athena Hajapanitis, number 6, the junior shortstop from Rye, New York. She is batting .274 for a batting average with a .347 on base percentage. Squares the bunt. Went back foul off the bat of Hajapanitis. She's batting .274, .347 on base percentage with 17 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, 4 RBIs, 7 walks drawn, and 9 runs scored. She's currently tied for second on the team in stolen bases, tied for second in the NUMAC as well with 12 stolen bases. Runner goes here to throw down the second. Too tall over the glove of Oliveira, sails to the outfield. Off the throw by Dolan, but great backup out in center by Tobacco. That's a stolen base awarded to Babson with Sophia Pack. Four multi-hit games this season by Hajapanitis. 12 games with at least a hit that she's recorded. 1-1. Hajapanitis, shallow fly ball, Molinari under it. Records the second out of the inning. An extremely challenging schedule so far this season for Babson. The toughest schedule in the NUMAC. Facing opponents with a combined record of 218 victories and 159 losses and 3 ties. That's good for an opponent's winning percentage of 57.8%. First pitch seen in the strike zone for strike one. This is number 23, Ruby Media, the first-year catcher from Princeton Junction, New Jersey, who is now up, batting .255 with a .309 on-base percentage. 0-1 misses high, delivered by Arcan as the count goes to 1-1 strike. 13 hits with a pair of doubles, a pair of RBIs, 4 walks drawn, and 3 runs scored this season by Media. 11 games recording at least a hit, career high 2 for 4 batting with a double. An RBI and 2 runs scored against SUNY Geneseo on March 10th. She cranked it foul towards the right side. It's now 1-2 for the count. One and two to Media. She stays alive, sends it back foul. An extremely challenging schedule so far for Babson. A misleading record for the Beavers that they're now 11-13 overall this season for Babson. Down low, missing the mark. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Babson has played 13 opponents not from the New England region out of the 24 total games that they have played this season on the schedule. They had 3 games canceled at the beginning of the season as well against ranked top 15 opponents in the NFCA Classic to lead off their season. Games that were canceled were against number 1 ranked Trine University of Indiana, which is the 2023 national champions from last season. Number 7 ranked Belhaven University of Mississippi, and also Texas Lutheran University. That's going to be a putout recorded on the mound. So it went directly back to the pitcher. So we close out the top half of the second. Five, six, 7 batters due up now at the bottom of the second inning for Wheaton College. Brianna Agan to lead off the bottom of 2 now for Wheaton. Agan's at third base for the senior from Averill Park, New York. Batting a .308 on base percentage this season. Slices it directly to the Babson dugouts. .460 on base percentage by Agan with 12 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 RBIs, 10 walks drawn, and 4 runs scored. She's averaging 0.65 walks per game. That ranks number 7 in the NUMAC, top 90 in the nation. O'Reilly, 0-1 pitch to Egan. Down and away, takes it for ball one. Egan has recorded 9 games with at least a hit this season. She had a season-high 2 hits against Plymouth State, UMass Dartmouth, and Clark this season. Career-high 4 for 4 with 2 doubles against UMass Dartmouth in 2023. 1-1 pitch by O'Reilly. Egan takes it off the bat, right side. It goes foul. Roster retention, a big key this season for Wheaton. Getting out to an extremely strong start. It's 7-0 in the NUMAC. Their best start since the 2015 season when they started off 11-0 in the conference. Wheaton returned 15 on the 16 players in last season's roster. Had 0 players graduate the 2013 team. Egan sees it upstairs, takes it for a ball delivered by O'Reilly. A bunch of momentum for the Lions. Top team in the NUMAC in first place right now in the conference. 6 straight victories in a row, longest winning streak of this season. Egan, right past the sliding attempt to the second base player, Jackie Pagliari, and Egan is on board with a single. Great hit, a piece of hitting right there by Brianna Egan, taking it to the opposite side.
Now batting first baseman, number 17, Peyton Blankenheim-Brown.
This brings up Peyton Blankenheim-Brown to the plate, the sophomore. At first base today from Rio Linda, California. She is hitting .244 for her batting average, .346 on base percentage. First pitch missed high to Blankenheim-Brown for ball one. 11 hits with 3 doubles, 6 RBIs, 5 walks drawn, and 4 runs scored this season. She came into this weekend with 10 games recording at least a hit. O'Reilly with a 1-0. Taken by Blankenheim-Brown for strike one. Blankenheim-Brown batted a career high 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI against Clark last Sunday. O'Reilly with a 1-1 pitch to Blankenheim-Brown. Foul tip off the catcher's mitt, foul. The previous 5 games entering game 1 today for Wheaton, they had limited their opponents to 2 runs or fewer. The previous 5 games entering today. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blankenheim-Brown strikes out. Samora O'Reilly records another strikeout on the mound. She came into today's game recording 123 total strikeouts. She's just 25 walks allowed, and number 1 pitcher in the NUMAC in total strikeouts, 3rd in the nation in total strikeouts from Maura O'Reilly. First pitch misses high here to number 12. Riley Dolan, the sophomore catcher from Coram, New York, who's now up. Dolan with her 11th at-bat this season, batting .300 for a batting average, .364 on base percentage. O'Reilly with a 1-0. Missing down, gets past the catcher. Egan off the second. And she stands up at second base as she steals second off the wild pitch. Best start for Wheaton since the 2015 season in NUMAC conference play, which they started 11-0. Dolan drops down the bunts to throw the first. Put out recorded. The second out this inning, advancing Egan over to third now, and Egan now just 60 feet away from scoring position. Grace Tobacco with a big spot in this game right now. She had 2 RBIs in game 1. Looking to continue her strong day today, and for Tobacco here, she tags the first pitch back foul. Check that. That was Jillian Rohan, who's after Tobacco, who had 2 RBIs. Tobacco had 2 RBIs against Wentworth in the season opener on March 9th. O'Reilly, 0-1 pitch to Tobacco. Takes it outside edge of the plate for strike 2. Big spot here in the game right now. Scoreless, 0-2 with 2 outs. Tobacco looking to send one through the defense. Missed outside, and the pitch by O'Reilly as Tobacco will stay put. Now the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. O'Reilly with a 1-2 pitch. Pop fly hangs up in the infield off the bat of Tobacco. Caught for the outs by Hajapanitis. Scoreless through 2 innings here in Game 2 of action in today's doubleheader between Wheaton and Babson. We enter the top of the 3rd inning coming up on the New Max Sports Network. Jackie Pagliari now up to lead off the inning. She's in her first season playing second base today from Upper Saddle River, New Jersey. She takes the first pitch in the zone for strike 1, delivered by Amber Arcand. Arcand pitched a complete game 2-hit shutout in their lone victory this season against Catholic University on March 10th. Off the bat foul of Pagliari. It's now 1-1 to count. And that's Wheaton's one of their best victories this season came against Catholic University on spring break. And that shutout win 4-0 on March the 10th. Catholic with a record of 17-7 overall this season. Quick 0-2 here by Arcand. Pagliari tags it back foul to stay alive. 5 victories against opponents with a winning record entering this week for Wheaton. Their best win came against Simpson College of Iowa, 11-9 on spring break on March 11th out in Kissimmee, Florida. Simpson College has a record of 24-6, 7-1 in the American Rivers Conference. Called strike 3. Arcand rings up the batter. Jackie Pagliari for the first out this inning.
The right fielder, number 2, Sarah Moore.
Simpson College has won the last 19 of 20 games this season. Wheaton, when they won against Simpson in the 11-9 victory, Wheaton tied the season high 11 runs scored in that game, and Simpson College allowed the season most 11 runs. Strike number 1, tried to drop down the bunt with Sarah Moore in the strike zone for strike 1 as she missed at the bunt. Sarah Moore won a perfect 3 for 3 in game 1 today. Got put out her first time up today in game 2. Back-to-back all-conference first-team selection honors in 2022 and 2023. Moore drives it up the middle and able to play it there. Coming up on the run is Tobacco for the catch for the second out this inning for Wheaton. That's a big out right there. Sarah Moore
Now batting the third base.
leads Babson this season in stolen bases, with 14 leading the NUMAC top 100 in the nation to make sure that she did not get on board. And now up is Michaela Russell. Takes the first pitch for strike 1 for Russell, the grad student at third base from Boston, Massachusetts. Arcand with a 0-1 to Russell. Ground ball back to Arcand. Throws the first, records the outs. Defensive battle so far here in game number 2 of action today. A doubleheader between Wheaton and Babson. Just 1 hit each for both of these teams so far as we are scoreless. Entering the bottom half of the 3rd inning coming up 0-0 between Wheaton and Babson. We'll be back on the New Max Sports Network.
server number 13, Jillian Rohan.
9-1 and 2 batters now up for Wheaton to begin the bottom of the third inning. Jillian Rohan will lead off the bottom half of 3 here for the Lions. Rohan, ground ball right side of the infield to throw the first. And a putout recorded at second base by Jackie Pagliari. Defensive game between these two teams today, just 1 hit each. Lone hit by Brianna Egan for Wheaton. Lone hit by Babson with Michaela Russell her first time up. Juliet Zito now up for the Lions. Leadoff hitter in the order. Sends the first pitch off her bat foul. Zito hit a home run on a solo home run in the 3-0 victory over Clark last Sunday. That was her first home run since March 21st of 2022, which she hit 2 in a doubleheader against Bridgewater State, 1 in each of those games. Her third career home run. Zito singles it out to left field, able to get her hands back on that pitch by O'Reilly, wait on it, and drift it in between a gap in between shortstop and third. It's a great piece of hitting right there by Zito. Zito recorded her 100th career hit against UMass Dartmouth on March 22nd. See if Wheaton can start to put together some offense right now with 1 out at the bottom of the third inning. This brings up Ella Molinari, the first-year shortstop from Grafton, Massachusetts. Squared a bunt, pulled it back for ball 1. Zito, uncontested, steals second base. The behind home plate, Ruby Madia was not able to squeeze it for the catcher. She dropped it off her glove, and Zito off the jump right there, able to swipe second base as she advances off the scoring position. Molinari now with a chance to see if she can advance her teammate Zito at second. Molinari takes the strike in the zone. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. Molinari combined to hit 4 for 6 with a triple, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. And also had a stolen base in the doubleheader victory over Smith on April 5th. Molinari lays off the pitch high. It's now ball 2. Strong first-year class between 2 batters in the order, with Molinari, who's tied for second on the team in total hits, and also Taylor Barry, who leads the team in batting average and on-base percentage. And both of them hit number 2 and number 3 in the order for Wheaton, which is undefeated in the NUMAC at 7-0, off to their best start since the 2015 season, where they started off 11-0 in the NUMAC. Roster retainment a big key this season for the Lions, returning 15 out of 16 players. Last season's roster did not graduate a single player from last season. On a laser down the line, it is caught, though, off the snag by Charlotte Raymond at first base for Babson. So Molinari on a lineup there. Lines out to first. Excellent catch by Raymond. Taylor Barry looking to stay red hot. Batting .452 this season with a .478 on-base percentage, 19 total hits. Takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Taylor Barry was named NUMAC Softball Athlete of the Week back in late March. She batted an impressive 10 for 14, posting a .714 batting average with 4 doubles, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored at a pair of stolen bases in a 3-0 week with wins over Bridgewater State and a sweep over Salve Regina to begin conference action on March 30th. Lays off the pitch high for ball 2. Barry became the first Wheaton softball rookie to earn NUMAC Athlete of the Week honors since Caroline Fairbanks did back on March 31st of 2014. 2-0 pitch by O'Reilly. Barry lays off of it above the letters. The count in their favor now, 3-0. Taylor Barry ahead in the count for the batter. 3 balls and no strikes to Maura O'Reilly, the pitcher to bounce. Zito is on second. 3-0. Barry sees it in the zone, takes it for strike 1. A ton of improvement after a slow start for Wheaton. 4-8 record through March 22nd. Ever since, though, last 9 games, they have an 8-1 record since March 26th. Their last loss came on the road at Johnson and Wales, 11-2 on April 2nd. 3-1 to Barry. In the zone, O'Reilly battles back. The count now is 3 balls, 2 strikes. Five straight seasons at the mid-pack or bottom half of the conference in the NUMAC. dating back to 2018 for Wheaton. A great opportunity to change that already with 7 victories in conference play. Huge way to battle back by Maura O'Reilly after 3 straight balls in a row. She battles back with 3 straight strikes. Seen by Taylor Barry. It's a backwards K on the board, rung up by O'Reilly, the pitcher for Babson. Scoreless to the end of the 3rd inning here of action, as we are tied 0-0, entering now the top of the 4th inning coming up. We'll be back in the NewMax Sports Network. And welcome back to the Clark softball field in the campus of Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. Sal Lopez on the call today on the NewMax Sports Network. We have seen basically all different types of seasons out here with the weather throughout the course of today's doubleheader. Cloudy, the sun right now is starting to peek out. Emily Walsh up to bat to lead off the inning for Babson. Walsh drives the first pitch off her bat, and she lands it into left field as she's on board with a base hit single. Good piece of hitting off the opposite field, hit there by Emily Walsh. Left-handed batter from Flemington, New Jersey. And this brings up Charlotte Raymond to the plate, the first-year first base player for Wrentham, Massachusetts, hitting .273 for a batting average. Takes the first pitch down, looking to steal a base. The tag applies. She's out. Great throw down by Riley Dolan. Oliveira able to apply the tag, and that's a caught stealing there with Emily Walsh. She gets caught stealing at second. Excellent throw by Riley Dolan. 1-0 pitch to Raymond. High fly ball left field, and it's caught for the out by Wheaton. Tobacco out in center, ranging over towards the left center field side to catch it, and that's now the second out this inning. Key defense all throughout the course of the season for the Lions. For Babson, it's been struggles trying to generate offense as the bunt goes off the back of the bat foul. Cassidy Musco. Babson came into this weekend's doubleheader averaging just 3.13 runs per game. That is currently last in the NewMac in scoring, bottom 50 in the nation and runs scored per game this season. They played an extremely challenging schedule, the toughest schedule in the conference. Foul ball, count now, no balls, 2 strikes. A bunch of close games that they played for Babson with a bunch of defensive games, low-scoring games. Babson entered this weekend being held at 2 runs or fewer in 12 out of their first 23 games on their schedule. 0 runs scored in 3 games. They've got shut out this season. Great idea by Arcan, missing down and away for ball 1. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Musco. They've been scoreless in 3 games this season. 1 run scored in 3 games and 2 runs scored in 6 games for Babson. So 2 runs scored or fewer in 12 out of their first 23. Pop fly, shallow outfield, and it's caught for the out by Zito. Excellent defense so far here in game number 2 of today's doubleheader by Wheaton College. A runner caught stealing with a throwdown from the catcher position by Riley Dolan off to Lindsay Oliveira, who applied the tag to throw out Emily Walsh, the base runner. Scoreless as we enter down the bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Wheaton will see if they can get their bats going here in game 2 of today's doubleheader. We'll be back upcoming on the NewMax Sports Network.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Lindsay Oliveira.
Lindsay Oliveira to lead off the inning here for Wheaton. 4, 5, 6 batters due up now at the bottom of the 4th inning for the Lions. Oliveira, ground ball left side of the infield, backhand, throw to first, off the bag. Oliveira safe to begin the inning. It's a tough play right there, ranging towards her right by the shortstop, Athena Hagipenitis.
Now batting the third baseman.
Oliveira able to beat it off with her speed, the throw, and pulled Raymond off the bag as it was high and wide with a throw. So this brings up Brianna Egan. Egan recorded the first hit today. Egan, a pop fly, caught by Raymond. So 1 pitch, 1 out to Egan, retired. The pop fly to first base. This brings up Peyton Blakenheim-Brown, the sophomore, at first base today from Rio Linda, California. Home plate umpire said that she checked her swing, went through the zone for strike 1 to Blakenheim-Brown. 0-1 pitch by O'Reilly. Blakenheim-Brown, ground ball. They look to turn 2 here, and they will. Double play by Babson. A 5-4-3 double play to close out the inning for the Beavers. 4 innings to the books in a defensive battle here between Wheaton and Babson right now as we enter the top of the 5th inning coming up. 3 hits by Wheaton this entire game, 2 by Babson. And the pitcher's duel right now as we'll be back at the top of the 5th in the NewMax Sports Network. Pitching duel so far as we enter the top of the 5th inning with just 5 total combined hits. In Game 2 action today, today's doubleheader, Wheaton took game number 1, 5-4 to score earlier this afternoon. Sal Lopez in the broadcast on the NewMax Sports Network. Wheaton has shut out 5 opponents this season. Wins over Catholic University 4-0, Arcadia University of Pennsylvania 8-0. A road win at Bridgewater State 9-0. They swept Smith College on April 5th in 5 innings 8-0. Last shutout win was against Clark 3-0 last Sunday. Babson up the bats to begin now the top of 5. First pitch taken in the zone for strike 1 to Sophia Pack, the batter, the sophomore from New Rochelle, New York. She's at the designated player position today. 20th at bat this season. Pack ground ball. Egan able to stay down. Throws the first. Records the putouts. Good job right there to record that on the short hop by Brianna Egan. First out of the inning. And this is now Athena Hagipenitis, who is now up, the shortstop. She's a junior from Rye, New York, batting .274 with a batting average, .347 on base percentage. Hagipenitis lays off the first pitch for ball 1. For Babson, they played 13 teams out of region this season out of the 24 games on their schedule. They started off the season back on February 29th. They played in the NFCA Leadoff Classic, a 1-4 record to begin the season from February 29th through March the 3rd out in Columbus, Georgia. Babson was outscored in those games 28-12. And then Babson played games away from home as well in spring break, where they posted a 6-4 record in Winter Haven, Florida, Claremont, Florida, and Leesburg, Florida from March 9th through March 14th. Chopping ground ball, Oliveira, strong throw, across the diamond, records the putouts. 2 up, 2 down now for the Wheaton defense at the top of 5. Only 2 hits allowed on the mound so far today by Amber Arkin for the Lions. Babson won 5 straight games in a row to close out their spring break trip. They allowed 2 runs or fewer to the last 5 opponents on spring break. 2 of those games were shutout victories as well. Then after spring break, they posted a 4-5 record currently. They faced all opponents from the New England region since March the 30th. First pitch taken in the zone for strike 1 to Ruby Madier, the first-year catcher from Princeton Junction, New Jersey. Ground ball off to Molinari. Throws the first, records the outs. 3 up, 3 down inning by Amber Arcand on the mound for Wheaton as we entered out the bottom of the 5th inning in a scoreless game. 5 hits combined for both of these teams. Wheaton with 3 hits, Babson with 2 hits as we enter the bottom of the 5th coming up on the NewMax Sports Network. Zero to zero now as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning with Wheaton College with their at-bats. Wheaton currently is at the top of the NewMac. Best conference start since the 2015 season. They started off at 11-0 in the conference. And if they can come on to this one with a victory today, they would be 8-0 in the conference, and they would take on MIT in a home doubleheader at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday. MIT is ranked at number 25 this week in the latest NFCA College Softball Division III poll. First pitch taken for strike 1. Riley Dolan, the sophomore catcher from Coram, New York. She had a great throwdown from the catcher position at the top of the 4th inning to catch a base runner caught stealing. Lays off pitch number 2 on the outside. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike to Dolan. Maura O'Reilly, back-to-back NFCA first-team all-region selection honors, all-conference first-team selection honors in the NewMac in 2022 and 2023. She was named to the 2024 NFCA Pitcher of the Year watch list last week. This is their 12th start of this season. She came into the game leading the NewMac with 123 strikeouts and just 25 walks allowed. 3rd in the nation in total strikeouts for O'Reilly. 2-1, gets tagged back foul off the bat of Dolan. Right now, O'Reilly has recorded 2 strikeouts to 1 walk today. 3 hit surrenders so far, and a defensive battle between these two teams has been a pitcher's duel between O'Reilly and Amber Arcand. Maura O'Reilly was named NewMac Pitcher of the Week back in mid-March, pitching a 3-1 record combined with 47 strikeouts and just 7 walks allowed in 25 2/3 innings pitched. That's a strike 3. Foul tip back into the catcher's mitt. 3rd strikeout on the mound recorded by Maura O'Reilly for Babson. O'Reilly recorded a season-high 18 strikeouts in a career most 10 innings pitched in the 3-2 win in 10 innings against Gettysburg College on spring break on March 11th. This brings up Grace Tobacco. She squares the bunt, goes foul behind home plate as it pops up off her bat foul. Wheaton has yet to win a close game decided by a run this season. They're 0-3 with losses against SUNY Geneseo 3-2, Loras College of Iowa 3-2, and number 13 nationally ranked Rowan University 4-3. For Babson, they have a record of 5-4 in games decided by 1 run. A bunch of low-scoring games they played this season for Babson as they have struggled to generate runs. They're the last-place team, averaging just over 3 runs per game in the NewMac this season for Babson. Enter the weekend being held to 2 runs or fewer in 12 out of their first 23 games in their schedule. Tobacco sends it foul. The count now is no balls, 2 strikes. 5-4 in games decided by 1 run for Babson compared to Wheaton at 0-3. Right now we get a pitcher's duel here. 1 out, no balls, 2 strikes. O'Reilly, the pitcher, to Tobacco on the bounce. 0-2 pitch to Tobacco, leaves it high for ball 1. A lot of rich history for Wheaton College's softball program. Softball dynasty back in the 1990s and the 2000s with 11 NUMAC tournament championships. 1988 and 1992, 1994 through 1997, 1999 to 2001 through 2004. That's the most of any program in the NUMAC. Staying alive is Tobacco as the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. What a turnaround for Wheaton in the season. 4-8 record through March 22nd. Ever since their last 9, they are 8-1. 1-2. Pop fly right side. It goes foul. Once again, the showers have come overhead of Clark Field at the moment. It's been off and on with showers today. Heavier showers earlier on that actually forced our live stream to lose connection for quite a bit of time in the middle innings earlier today. So apologies for the technical difficulties in Game 1 earlier today due to downpours, the first game. 1-2 now to count. We got fouled back off to the backstop. So Tobacco is hanging in right now. A 1-2 pitch by O'Reilly. Tobacco, seasoned in the zone, takes it for strike number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts in the mound by Maura O'Reilly, the NFCA All-Region first-team selection in 2022 and 2023. This brings up Jillian Rohan, the number 9 batter in the order, now up the junior right fielder from Southington, Connecticut, takes the first pitch in the zone for strike 1. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk allowed. 3 hits allowed. Pitching a shutout right down by Maura O'Reilly in the mound. 0-1 to Rohan. Swing and a miss, strike 2 above the letters. She goes fishing at it and whiffs. The count now is no balls, 2 strikes. O'Reilly with the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. She strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down inning, all by Maura O'Reilly with 3 straight recorded strikeouts to close out the bottom of the 5th inning. Scoreless as we enter the top of the 6th here in a game that's combined for just 5 total hits today in a pitcher's duel between Wheaton and Babson. We'll be back for the top of the 6th inning on the NUMAC Sports Network. Pinch hitter now for Babson. Number 3, Molly Hennessy comes in to replace Jackie Pagliari. Hennessy ground ball left side. It's fielded in foul territory by Egan. Molly Hennessy is a senior from Tallahassee, Florida. She's batting .255 for her batting average. .321 on base percentage, 12 hits with a double, a triple, 3 RBIs, 4 walks drawn, and 4 runs scored. 11 games entering this weekend with at least a hit by Hennessy. Season high batting 2 for 3 with an RBI as she slices this one down the right field line. It will go foul by Hennessy with a quick 0-2 count. 2 for 3 batting as season high with an RBI, a run scored against the College of Wooster on March 14th. Career high 3 hits against Springfield last season. And she had a career high 3 doubles against Wheaton in the 2023 NEWMAC tournament. 0-2 pitch. Hennessy up the middle. That's the third hit of the game recorded by Babson as we are now even in total hits, 3 apiece for both of these teams. And now number 27 re-enters for Hennessy. So Jackie Pagliari re-enters for Hennessy right now as the base runner. Babson lost the game number 1, 5-4. Right now at the bottom half of the NEWMAC, which is uncharted territory usually for their program, as this one goes back foul. Off the bat of Sarah Moore, the leadoff batter. 0 for 2 today by Moore, but she was perfect in game 1. Perfect 3 for 3 batting in the first game. Her third game this season that she batted perfect at the plate. Moore is coming off back-to-back All-Conference first-team selection honors in 2022 and 2023. Moore drops down the bunt, fielded in foul territory, though. It's strike 2. A good job there to wait by the catcher, Riley Dolan, as the ball was drifting towards the right. In the batter's box, picked it up. It was drifting towards the right of the batter's box and the right of the first base line as she picked it up in foul territory. No balls, 2 strikes now to Sarah Moore. 16 games with at least a hit entering this weekend. Moore sees it down, takes it for a ball. 7 multi-hit games by Moore. Moore was named NEWMAC Athlete of the Week in mid-March. She batted a combined 11 for 18 with a .611 batting average, a double, 4 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, and 5 runs scored during a 5-1 week to close out Babson's spring break trip from March 11th through March 14th. Fly ball left side, the outfield caught for the out by Zito, the left fielder. So now Moore gets retired and is 0 for 3 today. That's a big out once again by Arcand on the mound as Moore yet to reach base in game number 2. This will now bring up Michaela Russell. Russell is the grad student playing third base from Boston, Massachusetts. Russell slices it foul. She batted a combined 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run scored in the doubleheader against Coast Guard to begin conference action on March 30th. 0-1 pitch to Russell. Russell drives it deep left field, hangs up in the park though, where Zito catches it for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now for Wheaton's defense. A combined 6 total hits in this game, 3 each for both of these teams so far today.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Emily Walsh.
This brings up Emily Walsh, the first-year left fielder. Runner goes. Throw down the second by Dolan, and sliding around the tag is safe. That's a stolen base there by Jackie Pagliari. It looked like her finger had slipped off the base as she slided behind it, but able to get back in time before Oliveira applied the tag. 1-0 pitch by Arcand to Walsh. Pop fly, left side, foul territory, goes foul. Babson is 1-3 this season against ranked opponents. Their best victory came against number 25 ranked MIT, 4-0 in game 2 last Saturday. 1-1 pitch to Walsh, lays off of it, takes it high for ball 2. Babson also with a win against Moravian University 2-1 on March 2nd in the NFCA Leadoff Classic in Columbus, Georgia. Moravian just got bounced out from the top 25 rankings, record of 15-6, 7-3 in the Landmark Conference. They were ranked at number 6 when Babson faced them in the NFCA Leadoff Classic to begin the season, but recently dropped out of the NFCA top 25 rankings earlier this week for Moravian University of Pennsylvania. 3-1 the count. Ground ball right back to Arcan. Throws the first. Records the putouts. Pitcher's duel as we continue to the bottom part of the 6th inning, as we are scoreless at the Clark softball field in Game 2 action between Wheaton and Babson. 3 hits each between these two teams as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning, coming up on the New Max Sports Network. Pitcher's duel right now. Maura O'Reilly on the mound for Babson through 5 total innings so far. Has recorded 5 strikeouts to 1 walk, 3 hits allowed, 68 total pitches. O'Reilly struck out the side during the last inning. Juliet Zito now up, the junior left fielder from Woodbridge, Connecticut. Zito, laser right up the middle. She gets on board to lead things off with a base hit single. Looking to propel her team right now for Zito. She recorded her 100th career hit against UMass Dartmouth on March 22nd. Last Sunday, she was excellent in a doubleheader against Clark, where she combined to bat 6 for 8 with a .750 batting average with 4 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored last Sunday against Clark. Ella Molinari now up, the first year at second base from Grafton, Massachusetts. Scores the bunt, and she went, so it's going to be strike 1. Molinari on Friday, April 5th against Smith in the sweep over Smith. She combined to hit 4 for 6. She batted 2 RBIs home, 3 runs scored, had a triple and a stolen base. 0-1. Takes the pitch at the knees for strike 2. Molinari with her first collegiate triple against Smith on April 5th. Down in the count here for Molinari, though, it's 0-2. O'Reilly with a 0-2 pitch to Molinari. Pop fly, right side of foul territory, and it's dropped over the fence, so Molinari will stay alive. Sarah Moore, the right fielder, knew it too, as she had it at the fence, then dropped it. So Molinari looking to see if she can advance right now. Down 0-2 in the counts. A drop ball in foul territory, still up at the plate. 0-2 pitch. Molinari up the middle, looking to turn 2 for Babson. Steps in the bag, fires the first, and they do. Hajapinitis, the shortstop. Double play recorded by the Beavers for 2 quick outs this inning. What a battle right now between Wheaton and Babson in the second game of today's doubleheader. Taylor Barry is now up. Barry, ground ball, right side of the infield to throw the first. Putouts, recorded by Pagliari for the Beavers. Babson with a critical double play by Hajapinitis. The shortstop taking it all herself. And then Pagliari with the final putout of the inning. Scoreless as we close out the 6th inning of action between a Wheaton and a Babson. The pitcher's duel between Amber Arcans and Maura O'Reilly as we're starting off the top of the 7th inning here as we are scoreless. Wheaton looking to stay perfect in NEWMAC conference play. Babson looking to get back up to their usual selves and be at the top tier of the rankings. in the conference, and right now a 2-5 conference record in NEWMAC conference play for the Beavers. Top of the 7th inning coming up here at the Clark Softball Field in the NEWMAC Sports Network.
Now batting the first baseman, Charlotte Raymond.
4, 5, 6 batters due up now at the top of the 7th inning for Babson. To lead things off will be Charlotte Raymond, the first year at first base from Rentham, Massachusetts. Raymond tags the first pitch back foul. 78th all-time meeting today between Wheaton and Babson. Wheaton leads the all-time series with 50 victories and 27 losses dating back to 1987. Babson has dominated the all-time series recently, winning the previous 7 out of 10 meetings. Missing high in the pitch by Arkand. Arkand recorded the lone win by Wheaton last season in the 3-game series against Babson, as Arkand pitched a complete game, 7-inning game, recording 5 strikeouts, a walk allowed, and 2 runs allowed. There's a laser on the rope there, hit by Raymond, as she will look to stretch this out to a double throw. The second tag applied, and safe. The tag wasn't in time by Molinari. Standing up at second was Raymond. And now head coach Aaron Miller goes over to the field umpire to talk about the call because Raymond did not slide into second. Usually we've seen those cases before where base runners have not slid into a base that they've got tagged, been called out, but now the umpires will both meet up together and talk about this call right now, whether they'll reverse it or keep it on the field. So they are talking to each other about the base runner at second, able to stretch it out to a double with Charlotte Raymond. There was a tag applied with Molinari, and we are awaiting the call right now. And the final ruling is safe. So we saw earlier in game number 1, there was a non-force out at home plate on a Babson runner from third to home sliding into the base. It was for a Wheaton base runner sliding from third to home, appeared to beat out the throw. The tag was applied behind at home. They called the Wheaton runner out at the plate. They changed it and then changed it back to its original form. Advancing over the base runner on the third now as we got a runner 60 feet away from being the first run scored of the game. It's an out recorded, though, off the bunt. So doing her job at the plate by Cassidy Musco, advancing over the base runner with Charlotte Raymond now on the third. Sophia Pack now up, the sophomore from New Rochelle, New York. Leads off the first pitch high for ball 1. Pack today is 0 for 1 with a walk. Also stole a base. They have 2 stolen bases, another stolen base as well by Walsh. Pack, fly ball, drifts back foul. Pack with 3 hits this season entering today's game. 1-1. Pack drives it, foul. So went wide left of third base. For Babson, they scored 4 runs in the last game. Fell short by a run, though, losing 5-4. Now 5-5 in games decided by a run. Wheaton picked up their first victory in game 1. They entered today at 0-3 prior to the 1-run victory. Fly ball, left side goes foul. They picked up their first ever win in a 1-run game decided by a run scored this season. They also had an extra inning come from behind victory, winning 10-8 against Salve Regina on March 30th. 1-2 pitch to Pack. Takes it just below the knees for ball 2. Arcand with a 2-2 pitch. Pack drives it left side, foul. This is a Babson team that has struggled to generate runs this season. They average 3.13 runs per game. Last in the NUMAC, bottom 50 in the nation in runs scored. They've been shut out 3 times this season against MIT, Bethel University of Minnesota, and the University of Chicago. Fly ball goes back, foul off the bat of Pack, who stays alive. 0 runs scored in 3 games for Babson. They've scored a run in 3 games, and also they've scored 2 runs in 6 games. So half of the games that they played in, they've scored 2 runs or fewer this season for the Beavers. 2-2 pitch by Arcand. Pack, ground ball, hops off of Oliveira. That'll be the first run scored in the game. So Babson gets on the board first. Charlotte Raymond advances from third to home. So it bounced off of Oliveira, trying to come down with the ground ball at shortstop.
Now batting to shortstop, number 6, Athena Hajapanitis.
This brings up Athena Hajapanitis now up, the junior shortstop from Rye, New York. She takes the first pitch in the zone for strike 1. Wheaton and Babson ended up splitting the regular season doubleheaders in the 2 previous seasons. Wheaton won 9-6 in 2022 and 7-2 in 2023 for the Lions. Babson's wins came in 2022, 12-2 and 2-1 in 2013. That'll be a single up the middle by Hajapanitis, and the bat started to come alive here for the Beavers. And now Wheaton will have a mound visit with 1 out at the top of the 7th inning here. Upcoming schedule after this for Wheaton College. Monday, they'll be back on Patriots Day at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. hosting number 25 ranked MIT. Final non-conference series will be on Tuesday at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. hosting Emmanuel College. And then the next road series for Wheaton will be next Friday, 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. on the road at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy in New London, Connecticut. And Coast Guard's won the last 3 straight games in the previous 6 out of 7 games against Wheaton. The Lions looking to turn things around against Coast Guard, historically, that they've struggled in the past. Babson will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on the road at Smith College in Northampton, Mass. Babson's next home series will be next Friday at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. hosting Wellesley College. And then next Saturday at 1:30 and 3:30 p.m. Babson will be on the road at Emerson in Boston. First pitch misses high for ball 1. This is to number 23, Ruby Media, now up. Pop fly, right side, foul territory off the bat of Media, and it's dropped by Blakenheim Brown.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Ruby Medea.
Media's recorded 11 games with at least a hit this season, 2 for 4 batting. That's a career high that she had 2 hits with a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored against SUNY Geneseo on March 10th. 1-1. Missing high to Media. The count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Arcand, a couple of hits surrendered recently in the mound, looking to see if she can battle back. Babson started to get their bats alive. Chop ball to Molinari. Force out the second to throw the first by Oliveira. Not in time at first, though, so that will be the second out recorded of this inning. Now 2 outs for Wheaton's defense. Runners at the quarters. Jackie Pagliari now up to bat, the first year at second base from Upper Saddle River, New Jersey. She sends the first pitch back foul. Pagliari batting .222 for a batting average. 2 hits this season with an RBI and 4 runs scored. Pagliari yet to record a hit today. She's stole a base as a pinch runner. Sends it back foul off the bat of Pagliari. Last time Molly Hennessy pinch hit in place of Pagliari, and then Pagliari came back in on first to swap off with Hennessy. 0-2. Pagliari stays alive, drifts it back foul. Oh, 2 pitch. Missing high. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Pop fly off the bat of Pagliari, back foul. Arcand here with 1 ball, 2 strikes, looking to see if she can close out this inning. Pagliari with a missing down to the pitch to Pagliari. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Swing of the miss, strike 3. Amber Arcand leaves 2 runners left in the base paths for Babson. Babson able to record the first run of the inning as we're down to now the bottom of the 7th inning. Wheaton looking to stay perfect. In UMAC conference play, they will need to at least tie up the game, sending it to extra innings as the Lions are searching for offensive production coming up. 4 hits by the Lions, 5 hits by the Beavers today. Charlotte Raymond scored a lone run. Had a double as well by Raymond. One to 0, Babson leads. We enter the bottom of the 7th inning coming up. We'll be back on the UMAC Sports Network.
Number 5, Lindsay Oliveira.
4, 5, 6 batters due up. Wheaton College in jeopardy of losing their first conference game of the season. Currently, they're perfect at 7-0 in the UMAC. Sole position in first place in the conference. 3-2 in their home field. They've won 6 straight games in a row in the last 9 out of 10. Lindsay Oliveira looking to see if she can spark a rally right now, going up against the 2022 and 2023 NFCA First Team All-Region selection on the mound with Maura O'Reilly. O'Reilly came into this game with 123 total strikeouts, number 3 in the nation in total strikeouts, including a season-high 18 strikeouts and a win over Gettysburg on March 11th. Her career high was 19 strikeouts last season by O'Reilly against Emerson. Oliveira left the first pitch down for ball 1. Oliveira cranks it. Right field is caught, though, for the outs by Sarah Moore, the right fielder. So good piece right there by Oliveira, but directly on the line off to Moore for the first out this inning. Brianna Agan now up to the plate, the number 5 batter in the order for the senior, playing third base today from Averill Park, New York. Agan takes the first pitch for ball 1. Egan batted 2 for 3 with a run scored in game number 2 against Clark on Sunday. 1-0 pitch to Egan. Takes it outside for ball 2. Egan able to get on base this season. 10 total walks drawn. She's averaging 0.65 walks per game. 7th in the NUMAC, top 90 in the nation in walks drawn this season. Ahead in the count here for Egan at 2 balls, no strikes. O'Reilly with a 2-0. Egan tags it back foul. Maura O'Reilly in the mound, the back-to-back 2022 and 2023 NFCA First Team All-Region selection, the First Team All-Conference NUMAC selection, has thrown now 6 1/3 innings, striking out 5, walking 1, allowing just 4 hits. Swing and a miss, strike 2 as Egan fished at the pitch high in the zone over the letters to O'Reilly. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Reilly with a 2-2 pitch to Egan. Egan fly ball right field side. Caught for the out by Moore. Back-to-back outs out in right field by Sarah Moore for the Beavers, and now Wheaton's down to their final outs. Peyton Blankenheim-Brown now up to the plate for the sophomore from Rio Linda, California, playing first base today. Blankenheim-Brown batted a career-high 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI against Clark last Sunday. Blankenheim-Brown sees the pitch in the zone, takes it for strike 1, delivered by O'Reilly. Maura O'Reilly came into this game with a 6-7 record. She can get back to 500 with a victory here. She came into this matchup tied for second most wins in the NUMAC with 6 victories. 0-1 pitch. Down and away, left by Blankenheim-Brown. It's ball 1. O'Reilly's averaging 10.8 strikeouts per 7 innings. That's first in the NUMAC, 6th in the nation. And today she's recorded 6 strikeouts. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes from Maura O'Reilly on the mound to Peyton Blankenheim-Brown. Wheaton down to their final strike, final out. Blankenheim-Brown will leave it up for ball 2. Perfect right now in the NUMAC. They're down to their final out, 7-0 in the conference. 13-9 overall this season for Wheaton. Babson at 11-13 overall, 2-5 in the NUMAC, looking to bounce back. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's an even series this weekend between Wheaton and Babson. Babson takes game number 2 of today's doubleheader, 1-0. The final score in a pitching duel as we wrap up here at the Clark softball field. Just 9 combined hits, 5 hits by Babson, 4 hits by Wheaton in today's game. Maura O'Reilly pitching a complete game, 7-inning shutout, 6 strikeouts and a walk, just 4 hits allowed today. Amber Arcan in the mound for Wheaton went 7 innings, a complete game, recording 4 strikeouts, 1 walk allowed. As Babson picks up the win on the road at Wheaton. Both games today decided by 1 run. Wheaton took game number 1, 5-4. Babson wins game 2, 1-0. Sal Lopez on the broadcast today on the NUMAC Sports Network. As we sign off here, Babson wins game number 2, 1-0 against Wheaton. Wheaton will be back in action on Monday on Patriots Day, hosting number 25 ranked MIT. As we sign off, Babson wins 1-0 at the Clark softball field over Wheaton. This has been a presentation of NUMAC softball action, Wheaton versus Babson on the NUMAC Sports Network.